Well, hello, good evening. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cassidy the Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection. I'm so excited to be back. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy May 4th. We see all these fun jokes floating around here. There's the May the 4th be with you. There's the May the 4th bewitch you. There is, I think those are like the two main ones that I've seen floating around. But however you're choosing to celebrate your day today, welcome. Hi, hope everyone is having an awesome day. Come on in, say hello. Yes, look at this. Hi, everybody. Look at all the emojis, all the hearts coming on in. It's so nice to see everybody. Please do come on in and say hi when you get here. We like to see who's here. Go ahead and send some emojis. Say hi, or let me know where you're from. It's always very interesting to see where everybody's tuning in from. We are a international platform. So oftentimes when I say that, I'll say good morning or whatever, wherever you are in the world. Unique, hi, Unique says, may the 4th baby daddy keep you. Oh, no way. Starting strong with the jokes this evening. That's beautiful, Unique. Thank you for that. Oh, guys, I can see all the emojis floating in. Thank you. Thank you. So welcome. If this is your first time here, I am Cassidy the Cardslinger, here to sling cards for you for the next, well, at least 60 minutes. And I have got, let's do a deck check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like I have around, that 11, 12 mark a lot of times here. With many more around, but these are the ones that are just sitting here readily available. So if this is your first time, how this works, come on in and please type your question into the comments. I would love to know what's going on in terms of you asking your question. So please ask a very specific question. And if you can, give me a little bit of context to your question. It'll really help me tune in quickly, because the free readings are only 2 minutes long. If you're interested in a longer reading, there are going to be donation options. There's a link floating around in the comments below. You can donate for a longer reading and I can go more in depth and we can really dive into your question. And you also get to skip the line, which is very nice. So what do I want to say? Oh, my no-fly zones. There are a couple of things that I will not lay cards for you on here tonight, my darlings. One of them is legal. No legal questions, no medical questions, and that includes pregnancy. Also, any of those transition points of life, I'm not going to predict deaths and I'm not going to predict births. So please, nothing about pregnancy, physical health, legal, or mediumship questions. So if you're looking to connect with your loved ones on the other side, I will certainly refer you. Your next chance will be the Journey and Friends show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. And you have at least one incredible medium on that show, and sometimes even more with all of the friends that come and join that show. It's always a great time. And also, no general readings. What's a general reading? That'll be what's coming up for me, or just a message, or, give me something that you really want to know. What that does is a couple of things. It helps me understand where you're coming from and what's going on for you, what's on your heart. But it's also giving you the chance to come up with your question, sit with yourself. What is it that I want to know? And be as specific as you can. And I will do my very best to get you those answers that you seek as quickly as possible. So guys, happy May. I can't believe that spring has already sprung, or it could be, we're heading into fall, depending on if you're on the other side of this globe. But it's an interesting start to the month. I believe some folks are experiencing very heightened emotional states. Some folks are experiencing technological problems. Raise your hand if your computer, your cell phone, your earbuds, insert piece of technology that has just stopped working. It's floating around. So I hope everybody can just bear with us. And if you're interested in knowing more about what's all going on in the sky, I will direct you to Squirrels, Transit, and You videos over on our YouTube channel. And those come out every week. Break down everything that you need to know for the week, what's going on astrologically, how you can prepare for that week, and all that good stuff, as well as Life 9 magazine. So be sure to check that out as well. The May issue just came out May 1st, so just a couple days ago, and there's some really excellent information in there as well surrounding, your personal horoscopes, and really great. There's articles, all kinds of stuff, Mother's Day, interesting things in there. So I'm excited. I am talking 100 miles a minute. Good. Yes. Okay. We've got that in the comments below. So it's life, LIFE, the number 9, magazine.com. And one more thing, if you are listening to me somewhere where you're audio only, please head on over to YouTube and type in My Psychic Connection. You'll see us going live right now, and you can type in your question there. So in the meantime, guys, the emoji game is going strong. It is going strong here this week. If you've caught any of the other shows, how it works is whoever types in the most emojis throughout the show until we do the announcement is going to win a 3-card message from no one other than the amazing Journey Ryan with a very, very cool and very special oracle deck. So go ahead, blow me up with emojis. Any emojis will do, especially, you know, the octopus ones, any of the hearts, any of the trees, any of the, Cackling Witch, hi darling, yes, Judy, thanks guys. So yes, blow up the chat with the emojis throughout the show, and you'll have a chance to win whoever is our number 1 emoji. And please share me out to all of your friends, family. And I've been talking for 6 minutes, and I'm just dying to read a question. So let me shuffle my cards here, and I'll take my first question. This is for Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Gemma says, hey, lovely. Things with Adam have took an amazing turn. Yes, they have. I love to hear this. He's even told me how much he loves me. He loves me a few times. Aw. He's not keen on labels and private, but can you see him officially making me his girlfriend? Gemma, your relationship with him it's been so sweet to be, you know, the smallest part of this. So I'm excited. Let's see if we can see, you know, you guys becoming official in sort of the nearer term future. All right. All right, so looking at the first card I have down here, it says slowing down, and I've got this lovely turtle here. He's creeping through the water. Then I have a couple other cards here. So it's an interesting tarot deck, but here's what I want to say. I can see that being something that, like, I can see your relationship moving to a space where you do slap that label on it. But the fact, my first card down I have here is slowing down. The second card is the outsider, stress, mind, and trust. So where that trust card comes in at the end, and I think it's such a beautiful card. We have this woman here kind of flying into the distance. And that's really where I'm saying, and I do this a lot with my readings, but I'm trying to just get it in 2 minutes. If I jump to the end, I can see that label there. But before we get to that point, I don't think he's willing to rush into getting that label, you know, immediately slapped on the two of you. But don't take that as something that you can let, you know, your mind make up any sort of story that this is a problem in the relationship. It's just how he is. It's how he's juggling this relationship. And for him, once he starts putting these labels on it and these extra pressures, he almost starts to feel like he's not so much not in control of the relationship, but it kind of like gives him a bit of, I don't even know what the word is. Like, well, he feels like an outsider if I say it like the card says, but he's not going to rush into that label. It's where my sentence was going. So thank you so much for your question, my dear. I super hope that that was helpful for you. But you know, you've got a beautiful thing going. And this is for anyone, right? Like if you're looking at your relationship, and this is something, you know, always good to self-reflect within your own self, right? Self-reflect within yourself. Who would have thought? But what is it that you're looking to change when a label takes form, or when you take that next step in a relationship? And what does it really mean to you? Is it something more for yourself? You can even discuss that with your partner, you know, where you're at, how you're feeling about whatever that next step looks like, putting the label on the relationship. But in that case, and in other cases as well, you never want to see something getting pushed past its time, right? Like some things are meant to grow beautifully and slowly and organically, and they will flourish in the capacity that they are meant to. So I can totally understand that, right? If you're looking for either that engagement ring, or we're looking to move in together, or whatever that next step is, to not push past those beautiful moments that really lead up to it. You know, there's a certain magic in there as well. So yes, guys, come on in. If you are just joining us. I always say us, but it's like it's a monologue. This is the Cassidy the Cardslinger show. If you are just joining us, come on in. Please type in your specific question into the comments or into the chat below. And I'm getting through all of the questions in the order that they come in. And of course, if you do want to skip the line, the donation link will be floating around in the comments there. You can donate for a 3 or 6 minute reading, which are timed at those intervals, or there's a mini reading or a mega reading, which both of those are not timed. The mega reading is I will do multiple topics, different areas, follow-up questions, really big chunky reading. And the mini is great if you've got one situation or one question that you really want to dive into. So that is the difference there, folks. All right, let's give these cards a really good shuffle here. Fabulous. I'm ready for my next question, please. We have Audrey. Hi, Audrey. And Audrey's got little octopus emojis. Audrey says, is it a good idea to purchase in the next few days this black Mazda from a younger girl named Carissa? Thanks. We just got scammed the other day, so we want to check. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so is it a good idea? This is how you, specific question. Very nice. Specifically the black Mazda from a younger girl named Carissa. Is that a good idea for you to go through with that purchase? Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so I can kind of piece two things together here, that this is like a used car, a secondhand vehicle. I am concerned about, I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm looking under the hood at a car, but I am seeing an engine issue that has, I don't know that she knows about it. To me, I've got the laziness card here. I feel like this car was not maintained correctly with this nothingness. I don't know if it went past its oil change or something to that effect. I feel like this car was not really well babied, really well taken care of. It's kind of just something she's used and is past. If I were you, I don't think I would go ahead with that car. The card I have here, and it says participation on it, but even if you look at this does not look like she says, okay, yes, possibly. That almost looks like a piece under a car. And then I have this big black square with the laziness card. And I mean, we're talking about a car. We don't want something that's stationary. So I'm a little concerned. I wanted some cards that were, moving, showing me some healthy functioning situation. I could beat that one to death, but simple answer, I would say no, don't pursue that car. I think there's probably a better option out there. And I would hate for you to be stuck with something that is not good, was not taken care of, or, you have to then put a hefty amount of work into. I got the bell. I was so close on that one. And I got that lovely little bell. So thank you so much, Audrey. I hope that was helpful, and good luck with your car search. Again, she says, yes, for sure. Thanks. No problem. And again, sometimes here, a lot of times through these shows, thanks for all the emojis, guys, by the way. This is so fun. That emoji game is going strong. I don't even know who's in the lead right now, but this is just making me so happy. Theme that seems to be emerging here this evening is slowing down, patience, taking our times with our decision, taking our time with our relationship. And life, I was having this conversation with my partner the other day, and I was saying to him, I feel like a lot of times life is just about rushing from one thing to another. Like you wake up and you've got to get breakfast ready. You've got to get your lunches together. You got to get out the door and get to work. And then you're at work, and then you got to rush home because you've got other things going on. And I don't know if anybody else feels a similar way, like their life is just sort of a series of things you really need to rush to or need to get to. So it's interesting that I was having this kind of in the back of my mind as of late. And the first two readings here so far have been in the topic of, taking our times with things, slowing it down. We'll see if that theme continues tonight, or the next reading I might say, turn the heat up on this one. So yes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards again, and I'm ready for my next question, please. We have Unique. Hello, Unique. Unique says, can you tell me if I'll get that 6-bedroom house in Cyprus, Texas? I tried something. I hope it helped. Okay, do we see you getting a 6-bedroom house? Now, if you're here, my dear, do you want to let me know if this is for sale or for rent? But I'm going to go ahead and just check and see if you end up getting that house. Let's take a look. I'm sorry, I'm not really seeing it at this moment, but I can see that an effort was made, but I don't think it pushed the scales all the way into, she says rent, all the way into your favor. The first card I have here is inner voice. So to me, it seems like you were guided to take some level of action and to, put whatever action you took. It seemed like that was a very aligned action for you to take. The next card I have down here is postponement, innocence, and the final card being sorrow. And you can kind of see there, it's a disappointment. And again, with this postponement card, it's like it's getting pushed back, its timeline. You know what? I'm not, like, again, I'm sticking with what I said. I'm not seeing that is coming through right away, but it also seems like the deadline for the rental of that home ends up getting pushed back. So you might not even get the no right away, but we need to either do some update to the house or the last tenant is moving out. It's kind of like it's not lining up on the timeline you're initially thinking that it is. It's something that's really coming forward strongly here. So that's what I'm really seeing for you there, my dear. I'm not seeing it just yet. She says, I have someone paying my rent. So yeah, I feel like we're a little bit off on that one yet. It hasn't quite been able, I'll say, to be pushed through. So good luck to you, my dear, and thank you so much for your question. And keep going, keep trying. It can be a very stressful thing trying to get into a new place. Anytime we're uprooting where we hang our hat, so to speak, and finding somewhere else to live, whether we're buying, renting, whatever's going on. I am no stranger to moving. I think I've moved 27 times if I am keeping track correctly. And I think I've said that on here before, but yes, moving, I am no stranger to moving. So guys, yes, if you're new, because I can see, more people popping in, please go ahead and put your specific question into the comments and I'll be happy to get to your question as soon as it comes around. Also, the donation link is open if you're interested in a longer reading. And the emoji game is going strong. So if you're just joining us and you're wondering why people are blowing up the screen with beautiful emojis, well, whoever posts the most emojis in the first, I believe it's about 45 minutes or so of the show, is going to get to win a reading. A very special 3-card reading with a beautiful, very special deck with Journey. So I highly recommend you to get your fingers, type it away with the emojis. And I wish everybody good luck. Cool. So I'm going to keep shuffling in here, and I'm ready for my next question, please. We have Love. Hi, Love. Love says, hi, Cassidy. These octopus emojis, guys. You're so sweet. Love says, what is the purpose of my connection with GL? Will I find the answers and clarity I'm looking for in the future about this? Thank you. All right. Purpose of your connection with GL. Will you find the answers you are looking for? All right, let's take a look at that. What's the purpose of that connection? Okay. Will you find what you're looking for? All right, the purpose of your connection, and I'll go into how I use the word purpose a little later, but it seems like a rather multifaceted, I'm almost getting the words like multi-dimensional type of connection. The card in the center I have here is ordinariness. And it seems like in some regard, it is impacting or influencing your mundane life, your day-to-day, how you're getting about from one moment to the next. The 2 cards I have on either side of it, though, almost are in the level, I would say, like either a cosmic opposite or a complementary of the way that you two come together being something that is, in one sense, rather a divine feeling, but in the other sense, I feel like stretching you or driving you a little bit crazy. In a sense, it seems like not knowing how to bridge the gap in the relationship between the two of you, how to not lose yourself. She says, yes, whoa. How to not lose yourself in in understanding what this relationship really is bringing forward for you. It's kind of interesting. Like on one hand, I feel like there's a beautiful blend between the two of you, but on the other hand, I feel like it's kind of ripping you. Well, not ripping, but stretching. I'm getting stretching more than I'm getting ripping. In terms of you asked about the information, would you find the answers you're looking for? 2 cards here I have celebration and isolation. So I'm so sorry, my dear, but I have run out of time, but I hope that was helpful to get you started. She says, girl, you said some important keywords. Well, I'm very happy that was the case, my dear. Thank you for that feedback, and I hope that was helpful. I wish you well. Journey has a question. Journey says, what did the biologist wear to impress his date? Designer jeans. Oh, that is so cute, guys. If you have a joke, if you have a joke that you would like to share, I'd love to hear it. And please, if you're going to post, the question and the punchline, I do need it all together, because sometimes it'll, get lost in the sea and then we don't want to be left hanging. So if anyone's got a joke that could top the designer jeans, we've got lots of people that are absolutely laughing all over that joke. That's so cute, guys. The jokes on these shows are always such a good time. I have a little book. It's downstairs somewhere. And it was one of my favorite books when I was little, and it was called The Silly Little Book of Stupid Jokes. And I've brought it onto the Friday show before, and it's a good time. I should actually have that on my desk for, a bibliomantic joke. That is the divination of the written word, or divination using books. The energy, hi energy. Energy says, love Journey's jokes. Absolutely hilarious. Paula says, that's a good one. Oh, this is awesome, guys. Too much fun. This is way too much fun. All right, so I'm going to continue shuffling along here. I haven't even changed decks yet. 11 on my table, and I'm just rocking with one here so far. But I'm ready for my next question, please. We have Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy says, hi, I'm wondering what's ahead in the career department. Thinking of making some changes this year, so I wonder what's ahead in terms of opportunities. All right, Jimmy, let's take a look for you. What's ahead in the career department? Thinking of making some changes, and let's take a look. Ooh, interesting. All right. Da-da. Here we go. All right, my dear. So the first thing that kind of came forward when I'm looking at your questions is, when you're saying thinking of making some changes, what's more interesting, I would say, than the cards that even came out was the fact that in my head, a spread sort of presented itself of 2 very clear options, or a pathway that is not a complete, I would say, 90 or getting up out of where you've been, but it looks like we're veering into 2 different options that are looking likely. So one of the options, I have a card, it's called politics and sharing. The other option we have, we are the world and breakthrough, with completion being the central card. So I can certainly see that you're looking for a better level of fulfillment, and I would say the words like a better fit for you in your career moving forward. It looks like what you've had in the past has been quite good in a sense. Is that the case? Yeah, but it's kind of gotten maybe a little bit mundane, a little bit like you're not challenging yourself, or you don't feel like you're growing in the way that you're looking to. But where I could really see I can understand your divide within yourself, where you're trying to figure out which path you're wanting to take. Because on one side, it looks like it's more welcoming, but more challenging to, what's the word? Execute. That's right. But on the other side, it looks like there's a level of BS that has to be dealt with before you can actually reap the rewards of that opportunity. So to one side, it almost looks like either going back to school. Oh my gosh, these 2 minutes go by so fast. But that is kind of what I've got for you there in a couple of minutes, my dear. I hope that was helpful. And good luck to you as you're moving on and moving forward with your career. That's super exciting. There's a few things I'm passionate about. One of them, of course, moving and where we live and where we I keep saying hang our hat. Where's that where's that phrase coming from tonight? Where we hang our hats. And the other is, you know, career related and how we choose to really spend the majority of our waking hours. And Jimmy says, thank you. You are very welcome, Jimmy. Thank you for your question. So guys, this emoji game, I mean, I am having so much fun. You know, Rebecca's sending balloons. We've got the cackling witch with hearts, and there's so many fun things. Lakeisha with all the hearts. Paula, guys, thank you so much for all of these fun emojis. It's going to be a tough one tonight. You guys are making those folks in the back work overtime on counting. They are very good at what they do, and they are tallying up all of the emojis that are coming in. So thanks for playing along. All right, let's go ahead and get this a good shuffle. And I'll take my next question, please. We've got the Cackling Witch. Hi, darling. Cackling Witch says, why did it go wrong with B and I? All right, my dear, let's take a look at that. And if you have, I'm getting a sense that this was a love or a very deep connection. But just let me know who this person was, if they, you know, if it was a romantic relationship or a family member. Say not necessarily that it is required, but let's see what happened there. Okay. She says friend. Okay. But I would say it seems to be like a relationship that was, I would say, deeper than just sort of your regular friend. The bond between you two seems to have taken on a rather sacred nature, as though you were exploring certain things together, exploring yourself together. It just like, it feels like a very deep bond between the two of you. In terms of what went wrong, this almost doesn't seem like a blow up, drag out fight. It's almost showing me like a fizzle or a we just missed each other, and it's almost like one communication or one level of understanding just never happened. This card here says totality, and you can see it's got these people that are, you know, hanging acrobats on each other, and they're kind of reaching towards each other, but you can imagine in the next second they just miss each other. I also have the traveling card here as well, where it's like, I think that you both elected to choose different paths that no longer, without this sounding incredibly corny, because I heard it in my head before I'm saying it, and it's like, that sounds really cheesy, but your paths just weren't lined up to continue walking alongside each other. The other card here I have is innocence, and it's almost like, I would say one of you was giving a little too much, or more so than the other. There was a take aspect, and there was... So that is what I am seeing for you there, my dear, and I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for your question. And yeah, it's a tricky thing when friendships take a different shape. Sometimes we see them coming, sometimes we don't. Anyways, Cackling Witch says thank you. You're so very welcome, my dear. So guys, we are almost to the time. We are still, even though we've got the emoji game going strong here tonight, we are almost to the time where you can win a reading with the ridiculous deck. I'm going to take one more question before we go ahead and do this, but if you are new or if you are returning, how it works is I will end up, you know, I've already drawn these words. I've already drawn a playing card here tonight, and you're going to have to guess which one it was, but I'm not calling that just yet. So hang on to your guesses, but you can think about it while I read my next question. I always say you can kind of use this as an intuitive exercise, see if you're drawn to a particular number or a court card or a suit, and we'll see kind of where it goes from there. So anyways, not yet. I will do one more question, and then we will play that game. So my next question, please. This is for Paula. Hi, Paula. Paula says, I was wondering if you see me with anybody in the next year or two. I'm kind of scared that I'm getting too comfortable being single, and that I won't ever meeting because I'm too comfortable with it. LOL. All right, Paula, I can certainly understand that. So let's take a look and see what the cards have to say for you. You know, with your love life. Okay, the first card that jumped out, yeah, okay. I'm already getting somewhere here a little bit. So let's go ahead. And do we see someone new for you? All right, so Yeah, the first thing is like, there definitely is that part of you that's getting comfortable with being single, 100%. But there's this additional, it feels like singlehood is gonna start pushing you out of its bedroom, if that makes sense. Like I don't think you're meant, or that you will end up being single for the foreseeable future. Like I'm not seeing you being solitary for the rest of your days. Always your choice, but that's not really how I'm seeing it. And it looks like things are going to start to change around rather quickly. But the bigger things I'm seeing here is what it's doing to you and your sense of, I guess, yourself, but your own space, how you navigate your day. I'm almost just getting the questions of like, okay, how logically is this going to work? If you're a very logical person and you're like, well, when am I going to have the time, or when am I going to feel like getting dressed up or going out to meet someone? I'm getting very logical, to the point, pragmatic. I get a very pragmatic sense when I'm trying to connect with what's going on for you here, my dear. And then I do have the cards here. I've got the Fool, as well as a card that says Breakthrough, which to me is showing like, hey, there's you, my dear. We are stepping out. We are changing face, and it's like, hello, world. But it's happening at a gradual pace, where I want you stepping out when you're fully ready. And these 2 minutes just cruised by. Paula says, you are so right. I hope that was helpful for you, my dear. I swear those 2 minutes get shorter every time I read. But I do wish you good luck, my dear, and all the best as you're moving into what I can say seems to look like a new phase for you, my dear. So, guys, it is game time. It's game time. So you can pause your emojiing for just a quick moment as we move into the playing card guessing game. So I'm going to go ahead and say go. So go. And if you don't know why I'm saying go, because you maybe weren't here a couple moments ago, please guess which playing card you think it was that I drew before the show started. So there are 4 suits in a deck of playing cards. We've got spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. They are numbered ace through 10, and jack, queen, and king. So there are 52 cards in the deck. I will say, you can guess as many times as you want. And there is no limit. So as fast as you can type, I would say you can throw in as many guesses as you've got. And whoever guesses the card gets to win a reading with the most absurd deck in my collection. I don't know that I want this one on the air either. You know what? I actually sat down the other day, and there were a couple of cards that I was like, I don't want to get kicked off of any of the networks. Guys, we're on over 180 platforms, and I don't want any one of them to be like, you're not welcome here because of the content that you're creating. And there's just a couple. Okay, here's a cute card. This one says weird ass mystical shit. Like there's some that are just wonderful. So please keep those guesses coming in, and I will just take this moment to tell you about the amazing lineup that we have, because we've got shows 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday. So here we are on the Thursday night show. The next opportunity, as I said, tomorrow night from 8 till 10 Eastern time, we've got the Journey and Friends show. So do check that out. It is always an absolute blast. You never know who's going to be there, but you can always be sure Journey's going to be there for his own show. Then we're going to start again on Monday, where Journey Ryan Live is at 10 o'clock Eastern, followed by Tuesdays, we've got Destiny K, Divine Love and Light at 7 o'clock Eastern. And at 10 o'clock, we've got Journey and a special guest with Psychic Energy. She's amazing, so definitely check out her show. And that's at 10 o'clock Eastern on Tuesdays. Then Wednesday, we've got Journey Ryan Live with a special guest as well, which is... who is that? That's Kate, Psychic Kate. She's also incredible. So definitely check out her show. That's Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And then Squirrel Whispers of the Forest is at midnight Eastern time on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, depending on your time zone. And then Thursdays, we've got the lineup that we just had here today, which is Divine Love and Light with Destiny K at 7 o'clock, followed by Journey Ryan at 10 with Psychic Brooke, who's beautiful. All those new readers that we've got, they're just so much fun. They are just freshening up the energy. So be sure to come and check out their shows. And then myself, yours truly, Cassidy the Cardslinger, here at 11 o'clock Eastern time on Thursdays. So thanks for listening to the spiel. Love, no way. Love, did you win again? Love got it. It was the Jack of Spades tonight. And it was your first guess again. Congratulations, folks. We have got a winner. Love, wow. Love has won this. Is this your third or is this your fourth time winning this? Love is amazing at this game. It has been, she says, again. Lol. She is so good. Wow. Love, I don't know if my deck is in love with you and you're just incredibly tuned in yourself with this game. I am so impressed. Love it. This is the fourth time Love has won this. And I have maybe played this game 10, 12 times. So Love is the reigning champ. Love, my dear, if you've got a question, you know how this works. If you have a question, Rebecca says rename it the Love game. Honestly, I am right there with that. Love says, can I gift the reading to someone on Facebook? Oh, that's very sweet. I mean, sure. You know, if there's someone else that is like watching live right now, I mean, I'm cool with that. That's so wonderful. That's so lovely. Aw. Sharita, we see you, Love. You got it right before. Oh, yes. Yes, I think Love had put it in first. And in case you hadn't seen it, because we do get comments in from at least 8 different platforms. So if you don't see it on where you were typing, it could just have come in somewhere else. My psychic character says, can we gift it to her? I mean, I'm totally cool with that. Is that okay with you, Love? That sounds awesome. My psychic connection says she got it too. Okay, I like it. That sounds great. All right, my dear. Yeah, let's do that. I am all the way here for it. Holy, shuffling this deck is a handful. Love says, I just like to play it and win it, girl. Congratulations again. All right, so for our winner, I don't remember. She says, yes, definitely. Oh, she says, that would be amazing. Oh, Love, you're just the sweetest. Okay, so this is for Sharita. Sharita, okay, my dear, if you're here, I don't know if you're still here, but if you want to type in a area of life or a question, I will go ahead and do that. Otherwise, this is the only time that I don't specifically need a question. Rebecca says, love sharing the love, and we do love the love. Oh, this is so cute, guys. This is just so nice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just lay a couple of cards here for Sharita. This message is going to be for you, my dear. Let's see what the absurd and ridiculous deck has for you. All right, what is the message for Sharita here this evening? Oh, sometimes I turn these cards over and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And then, okay. Sharita, my darling. And again, this is sort of like, I would say, why we maybe don't do general reads, because we don't want to be going into people's business without them asking about their business. But the central card I have, it says, this card is definitely about sex. So, Sharita, darling, that's the central card in my spread. I do therefore have to respect it. The card that I have on one side, it is a cactus on a motorcycle with udders. Okay, this is the real deck that I am choosing to read with. And then this is Squirrel's favorite card. We have the inverted squirrel. Yay! Oh, that is so cute. Okay, so Sharita, my dear, I mean, I'm gonna use this as, I would say, a message towards the physical act of love, or any way that you find passion expression in your particular life. And what I really see here with the inverted squirrel is you're being called to really try something new. You know, try something that has not been explored for you yet. Right here we have a squirrel upside down eating a worm. Like, do squirrels eat worms? Where's squirrel? Squirrel in the back? Could she confirm? I don't know that they do. And it's like you're being asked to try something else or express yourself in a way that is something you haven't explored yet before. And just kind of push the boundaries. You know, this is a cactus on a motorcycle with udders. Do you think this cactus on a motorcycle with udders really cares about what other people feel about it, where you're going? You might even feel a bit more empowered to explore this side of yourself, either, well, I'd say always with someone you trust, or perhaps, you know, go to take a trip, go somewhere where nobody knows your name, shall we say. So Yeah, that's really what I'm seeing for you here, my dear. It's a card, and what, with it saying it's definitely about sex, whether it is or not. You're definitely being called to shake something up. We need a little bit more spice, trying something new to breathe some new life back into that area of your life. So I hope that was useful and or relevant to you, my dear, and congratulations on winning the game here. And also thank you so much to Love for passing your reading on as well. That was super sweet of you, my dear. Guys, this is so much fun. I am having an absolute blast here on Thursday nights. I'm always looking forward to Thursdays. And I'm watching all the other shows during the week, and I'm, there's some moments where it's like, I'm happy that this person's on stage because I would be nervous to be up there right now. Then Thursday comes along and I'm just so excited to be here. So thanks everyone for tuning in here at My Psychic Connection, and we're always happy to hang out with everyone. And guys, we'll be doing the draw for the card reading next coming up very soon, very, very soon. So I'm going to go ahead and give these cards a good shuffle. I'll take my next question first, please. This is for Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Oh, Kayla, we got cards that are flying. Kayla says, am I going to meet a man anytime soon? Okay, let's take a look about this. Am I going to meet a man anytime soon? Do we see that happening for Kayla? Wow, this is like interesting. Okay, Kayla, my dear. And you guys have been watching from the beginning. This is just a theme. This is the first card I have down is patience. When you're out there looking for something, looking for love, looking for whatever, and someone tells you to be patient, sometimes what you want to do is just bop them upside the head. I've been patient. I've been waiting. I'm looking for this thing to happen. So, well, I mean, that's what I got to say. That's where I've got to start with this, okay? We've got the patience card. We've got totality, moment to moment, ripeness, and fighting. But I like this fighting card particular because, I mean, look at this handsome little fella pushing his way into your life. I feel like you're hard to reach. You're hard to get a hold of. I've got this totality card back here again, and we've got this card to come up for another reading where it's like hands are just kind of missing each other. And the next card here is moment to moment, where it's like, I don't know if someone is, and I hate saying this too all the way, right? But what is it that you are doing to put yourself out there to actually find that right person? Because I feel like there's someone there, and the ripeness card is here. Like, you're ready for a relationship. I don't feel the need to say work on yourself, any of that funny little, guidance. It looks like there's someone ready to come in, but it's hard for them to get to you. So, my dear, I hope that can be helpful for you. And I will definitely say, whatever you're doing to find the right person, just amp that up a bit. That patience card, I mean, yeah, sure, I could tell you to be patient, but like, I liked what I was seeing a little bit further down the line there. We just need to ramp this one up. See, I said it at the beginning of the show, like maybe I'll see to turn up the fire type card. But yes, my dear, thank you for your question, and I do certainly wish you well. Guys, it is the time of the show where, drum roll, we will announce who has won. Rebecca! Oh, Rebecca, you have won the emoji game. Congratulations, my dear. Oh, that's so exciting. And I imagine it was quite close because holy, there were a lot of wonderful emojis. So thank you very much to everyone who is participating. And this is so exciting. Rebecca, this reading is going to be for you.
Well, good evening and congratulations, winner. I'm so glad that you gave us all those beautiful emojis, and now you finally get a chance to get a message from the sacred forest. So let's go ahead here. Your very first card is courage. Your courage is shining through. That's what I'm picking up with it at this moment, is that your courage is starting to shine through, meaning confidence is coming for you. You're really starting to work on the things that you've needed for the longest time to start to do the things that you've kind of been holding off because you just didn't feel right. But now's that time. There's really nothing stopping you. With that, courage provides strength following that. So you're building that courage for you to give yourself strength. Again, this is a building tool. You're building up to all these amazing things, and it is perfect for you. This is the perfect time for you. Now, I know you're going to hear about retrograde. You're going to hear about Cancer and Mars and all this other stuff. But even with all that chaos going on at the moment, you're still finding the courage you need to gather the strength so you can get done what needs to be done. And for your final card, oh, wow, Air Spirit with knowledge. With building the courage, getting your strength, it will provide you the knowledge to sail through the skies. Nothing's going to stop you. And how amazing is this? On top of this, now there's a second message in this because you've got 3. So there's a number down here at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Action. That's your confirmation. Congratulations to tonight's winner, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yay! Rebecca says yes. Yay! Oh, that was such a lovely reading. I hope that was, resonated with you there, my dear Rebecca. That was beautiful. Beautiful readings. I always call him Journey the Cardslinger when he comes on to do those shows. Because, it's beautiful to see. I love cards. I love cards so much. It is I wouldn't say problem, because it's not like I don't have a handle on it. Oh my gosh. Rebecca says, courage, strength, and knowledge. I love it. So mote it be the numerology for me. OMG, perfect. Oh, that's so wonderful. Yes. Congratulations, Rebecca. Thank you for all of your hard work here, my dear, with the emoji game. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give... we're activating a new deck here this evening. We're going to give these cards a good shuffle. And I'm ready for my next question, please. Guys, we've got a donation for a 3-minute reading. Thank you so much for supporting the show and for your donation. We appreciate the heck out of you, so thank you very much. This is for Katie. Hi, Katie. Lovely to see you. Katie says, can you see if Jordan will want to reconcile for a relationship with me in the future? All right, Katie, I'm happy to take a look at this for you. Let's see what's going on and if that is in fact something that can happen. All right, my dear. So if I'm tapping into this situation and looking at what's going on, I'm going to just whack down a whole crap load of cards here. Is it fair to say that he's really hurt you? I am getting a sense that the way you're experiencing this relationship right now is that it almost feels either left behind. I'm going to just right up and say mistreated, emotionally mistreated, and that he hasn't, at least at recent here, she says yes, he hasn't been able to honor your heart in a way that makes you feel loved, that makes you feel like this is a relationship that I want to be in. And my heart breaks for you. People should not treat people like this. Like, this is not okay. It feels like he's very much so left you high and dry with very little communication to where he's at. In a sense, I feel like he's almost asserted the way that he feels, like he might have said, I'm not interested in this, or in some sense, he's quite clear and quite direct with when he says what he is looking for. And then on the other hand, it's almost like a sprinkle in of maybes, of I'm not, wait, you said what? Or like just enough to make you question yourself about the things that he had said. And she says, yeah, like my heart goes out to you. It seems like he's really playing with your mind, playing with your head. I don't like this. I think I want to be that one that comes smack him upside the head. To be honest, like looking at this relationship sort of, at least in the near term here, I'm not seeing this reconciling and getting to a space where he's really honoring your heart and where he's loving you and where you're actually feeling fulfilled in your relationship. I'm very concerned that he's not that he's not able, I don't want to cast that on him, but he's at this moment not willing to show up and be the right guy for you. She says, you think he consciously does it. Well, she said, so it's a forever no. To answer the question, I do think he consciously does it. I mean, I think he knows how you feel about him, which is, I will say, double the bullshit in that regard. I also have a card here. It says conditioning, and it's got this lion who's sort of chained down. And it's like he almost wants to kind of keep you around as an option, but he's not giving you like the full undivided attention. I'll just quickly finish where I was going with that. Like I do think he still really cares about you, but I'm not seeing him showing up as someone, like I'm not celebrating the way he's treating you here. And she said, I thought he loves me, and I will say, I think he does have strong feelings for you, but I don't know that he can ever be the right man or be the that shows up. So I'm so sorry, my dear, and I hope that was helpful. My heart completely goes out to you. It's very challenging in life anytime our heart is on the line and there's very little that we can do to then take care of it, right? It's in someone else's hands. It's placed somewhere else. I'm so sorry, my dear. And it's a very tough situation. People can be very cruel. But just a piece of advice I will give out there to anyone is continually reflect on the experience that you're getting from people. I've said it before. It's well said now that when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And sometimes admitting that to yourself, like, hey, this person's actually treating me like crap. And seeing that for yourself, like, what is it that's really superseding, why is my heart still here? And persuading the heart to do one thing or another is no easy task by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't know. I always like to contemplate these kinds of things. Like, am I aligning with what's being shown to me? Can I allow my heart and my head and my choices that I'm making to just, to align with reality, right? There's also that quote, when we argue with reality, we will suffer. And I think that's quite deep as well. If the reality of something is that it's not a good reality, every time we fight that, we're making it harder for ourselves. So keep that in mind, folks. And my heart goes out to anyone experiencing a situation that is pulling on their heart, say without their consent at this point in time. So guys, I'm so excited to be here on Thursdays. I can't believe this hour always cruises by so fast, but I just have the absolute best time here with everyone. So thanks for tuning in. Katie says, okay, thank you. You're so welcome, my dear. Sending you a big virtual hug. So I'm eager to get these cards back on the table. So I'm ready for my next question, please. Folks, we've got a donation for a 3-minute reading. Thank you so much. Arkisha, thank you very much for your donation. It, makes me so happy, and I appreciate the heck out of you. It really helps us keep on keeping on. So Arkisha says, what's coming in for me surrounding the man I'm dating, whose birthday is May 5th, 1972. Okay, thank you very much for that. Oh, tomorrow. Happy early birthday to this gentleman here. So let's take a look at the relationship for the two of you and how we see it progressing. How is that going? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I quite like what I'm seeing here in this relationship. And I don't know if it's on, I would say, the newer side. It doesn't seem to be all the way new, say longer than 3-ish month type time frame. But it still, I will say, has a level of freshness and a level of spontaneity here in this connection. Why I kind of think you're asking this question, though, is it almost feels like as of late, either something has changed. And as I said that, I've laid the card here of change. It's almost like you're doubting this connection, whether, it's really going to go somewhere, but more particularly by the signs that you're seeing from him at this time. It seems like you're really quite happy with things. And to be honest, it seems like he is as well. But at the moment, we're in a space of, we're just kind of maybe missing each other. We're not all the way on the same page. But I will say, never fear, or don't fear in this particular regard. I've got a lot of really lovely cards on my table in terms of you being able to find what you're looking for in a relationship and being able to speak quite openly and honestly with this individual. And I feel like he honors you in a way that is different than perhaps what you have experienced in the past. I've also got the Lover's card down here, participation. I will say, if you're in a space right now where you're questioning where this is going because of how the relationship dynamics between you two has changed, it looks like it's going through a bit of a phase right now. I feel like he's being busy, pulled in other directions. I don't know if it's with work, but know that she says, we just started dating after meeting and having a friendship for a year as of now. Okay, lovely. It does seem really quite fresh in that regard. And I'd say trying out the waters as well. So this is really nice, because you did ask specifically where things are going. I have a card here of breakthrough, the Lovers, and participation. So to me, it seems like this is something that is going gradual, but then heats up rather quickly all at once. It also seems to exist sort of more in spurts at the beginning, where maybe a couple of days go by, you're not communicating as much with each other, and then all of a sudden it feels really hot and heavy between you two. I mean, it looks like you both have a lot going on in your own individual lives, but the connection between you two actually seems really quite lovely. I like what I see here. I think you understand each other on a very deep level. So thank you so very much for your question and for your donation, my dear. And I really wish you well with your new relationship. Guys, that was the last question of the night. I can't believe how fast this hour goes. Kathleen Witch says, yours is my favorite. Oh, thank you, honey. She says, I love the way you sling them cards. Oh, thank you, my dear. You're a fantastic cartomancer. Oh, my head. Thank you so much. Love says, can I buy your playing card from you, Cassidy? Maybe I could give better readings with it in the future. Hey, I could get into that game, selling pre-slung, packs of cards. John says, I love your positive vibes and energy. Oh, you guys are just all the way the sweetest. Spirit of Victoria, hi, darling, says, so much light when you share your gift. Thanks for what you do. Oh, guys, you're the sweetest. Well, I just love being here with everyone. Arkisha says, thank you. You're so very welcome, my dear. Yeah, we have reached the end of the show. This has been an absolute blast of the last 60 minutes. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Like I said, the next show is going to be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern for Journey and Friends. So definitely check that out. That show is such a good time. Come hang out. Come get readings. Come play the games. Those shows are just an absolute blast. And then we will be back on our regular schedule next week, Monday through Friday. And in the meantime, if you're ever interested in a private one-on-one session, you can head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com, and you can get a reading with any of the readers you see here, as well as some other lovely readers as well. It's a great place to hang out if you're looking for some guidance in between the times of our shows. Karina says, thank you, Cassidy. You're so very welcome. And Love says, thanks, Cassidy. Guys, you're the sweetest. I'm going to sleep so well tonight with all of this positive energy. Oh, and guys, the full moon is tomorrow. So buckle up. Good luck. Stay safe. Get a little crazy, but, be good to yourself. So with that, guys, this is Cassidy the Cardslinger signing off here on My Psychic Connection. We will see you next Thursday. Bye, guys.